Hey guys, James with TFBTV. Thanks for tuning into TFBTV Gunfest 2021, where we're bringing you new releases for 2021 from your favorite manufacturers. Speaking of favorite manufacturers, here with LMT, aka Lewis Machine and Tool. They've got a whole host of new uppers, new components, new parts that they're going to go over with us today. I've got my good friend Joe with us, and he's going to launch right into it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, real simple, guys. So we got our Estonia rifle. A lot of content and a lot of tech has been brought to light with our Estonia defense contract. One of the big things is the new trigger system. So this is a Euro style trigger, so after you dry fire it, you can put it back on safe. That is a European feature stemming from like HK type guns. So that is a new thing that has helped us develop a whole new family of trigger systems called AXEL. Basically, it's a two-stage trigger that steps away from the traditional two-stage where you have a front hook. That front hook is really what makes the two-stage work. So what we've developed is a new one that allows us to really enhance the performance of the trigger. Get lighter springs, have better sear surfaces that allow for a better feeling two-stage precision trigger, and then going further beyond that. So we've got several different models that we'll be releasing in 21 of the AXEL system, and going forward from there, you're going to see it as a standard in the Mars rifles. It won't be an upgrade for that. You're going to get a standard AXEL trigger in every MRP Mars rifle. So.
Sure. Little known fact, it's AXEL. The name is an homage to Guns N' Roses, and I love it.
You know what? When we first started working on it, a little side info behind the scenes, we actually spelled it AXEL. AXL. You know what I mean? So we kind of threw that out there. A little rock and roll, but we decided not to incur any infringements or anything like that. So we went with the standard spelling for AXEL, unfortunately. All right, so our next item, in addition to the EDF rifle, is their police upper. So the Border Patrol over there spec'd a very particular upper receiver. This is still an MRP. It's still our traditional MRP. However, this is a very modified one that's now available to the consumer market through another one of our great contracts. So 12-inch barrel, it'll probably be available in just an upper receiver and a barrel assembly, upper receiver assembly. So this one's got a 12-inch barrel, but the piston is actually cut so it's exposed with this longer rail system. So you're no longer restrained to having your accessories and stuff behind the piston block. Now they can go equal to it. That means your hand can go forward a little bit further and enhance your ergonomics and your ability to keep that muzzle down when you're shooting. So definitely a new upper that a lot of MRP piston owners are gonna be really excited to buy. So,
and what's cost and release date on that?
Release date will be as soon as we get done with our main contract, which should be around Q3. Cost is going to be about the same as a standard MRP upper receiver. I believe that's right around $899 for the standard upper receiver this year. So
complete?
Yeah, that would be for the upper receiver with the dust cover and the forward assist. A barreled assembly, you're probably looking about 12.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, sign me up, $899.
Absolutely. Everybody will be all over it. So that is a new upper receiver that everybody's going to be liking, and we've widened it. Kind of took a little bit of knowledge from our CSW platform and widen the M-lock so you no longer need to remove your M-lock accessory rail attachments to pull the barrel out and change it. So it's going to be a seamless transition when you're changing those MRP barrels.
Okay.
So moving forward from there, this is the one everybody's going to be really excited about this year. We're calling this our Special Operations, our SO Upper. This is what has come from cooperation and development with some very, very elite warriors in the U.S. Department of Defense. These guys had a very specific need for a strong, reliable, mid-length upper receiver. So what we went with, and this one will be sold as an assembly. So you got the upper receiver and a 12.5-inch mid-gas barrel. So very short dwell time, which means it's going to behave really well, suppressed and unsuppressed. It's going to have a very, very good recoil impulse. It's not going to beat you up for it being a kind of a short barrel rifle, but it's at that 12.5-inch length that everybody's, the Gucci length that everybody wants right now.
Sure.
So this is how it'll come. And we also took a departure away from our QD swivels. So in the past, all of the MRPs had QD swivels up front for your slings. Well, that's not necessarily a driving factor for this builder or for the customer. Their driving factor was being able to put their lights, their lasers as far forward as possible. That means their hands can go far forward as possible and increase their lethality. That's the big drive for these customers, was increasing lethality and being able to keep on target, whether it's shooting, daytime flat-footed on a range or under NVGs at night in, the mountains of Afghanistan or something like that. They really had to be lethal with their lasers and not have to worry about flex. So that's what the MRP gives you, is that very strong platform to not having deflection in your laser equipment or your forward aiming devices. So this is the big guy right there. That complete upper receiver, same thing. About $1,200, with the barrel in it. So
see, what's funny to me, it's like you guys can call it like a special operations upper or whatever the case may be, and it's actually related to Spec Ops, unrelated. So it's not just marketing BS.
No, this isn't marketing BS. And before we sold it to anybody else, it went there. It's been there. It's been to Africa. It's been to Afghanistan. I've got pictures of it in training and use and all that stuff. And we've actually sold them and distributed them kind of under the cover, and no one really knew about it except for this very select group of guys. And they've loved it. They can't get enough of them, and we're still taking orders for them. So this is something that I know a lot of other people are wanting, but it's a drive and it's a call that a lot of agencies, whether it's government, U.S., international, everybody's going to want. And we've actually got about 4 solicitations with really big SWAT teams across the country. One back in our home state of Illinois that is looking at that for about 250 rifles. So it's a platform that just answers a lot of questions for a lot of customers.
What do we have next?
Next one, another one, departure from another contract. Contracts are where we get a lot of our drive and product necessity. This is the long rail MWS Upper. So this one, your typical MWS Upper would stop about here. This one is a longer rail for running those forward aiming devices and clip-on night vision thermals, that sort of stuff. So having that freedom to put your scope, your clip-on, and then like a laser or front sight, iron sight if you wanted to do that. So, and then being able to put that bipod out as far as you could, or bring it back as far back.
Sure.
So high angle shooting or just really good platform shooting, that's what this upper is coming from, and it's coming off a contract down select. And it won't be available in a barreled suppressed platform, but the contract was utilizing our new VBS suppressor, which is a virtual baffle system that we've developed with LLNL, the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratories. That's SOCOM. So they gave us the tech for it. We've licensed it, and we're developing a really nice suppressor for everybody, the commercial market, the defense market, international. Everybody can purchase one of these, and we have an updated platform for it coming out this year as well. So
how much is this one going to set me back? And this one in particular, this is 6.5 Creedmoor.
Yes,
so
this one is 6.5 Creedmoor.
Some price difference.
Yeah.
There.
So you'll have it. This upper will probably be available as just strict upper receiver. It'll probably be right around $1,000 once we get it done and formulated. The release date for this is not yet set because we're still developing the most efficient process to make it in-house. This one is actually billet. So when you look at it, it's really hard to tell that this was all one block of aluminum. And, it came out of one giant piece, but we are looking at developing our forging for it. There aren't just 5 forges, bro. I'm going to let you know right now that there are more than 5, and LMT has about 3 of them. You know what I mean? So we are developing a new forging for this with our forging house, and that'll help keep the price down for the consumer base, because we don't want, we still want everybody to be able to buy one. So when this upper is released and all that stuff, The 16-inch barrel will have a nice flush fit. The shoulder of the barrel will be right there. So if you run that low profile platform, suppressed, unsuppressed, you'll be able to put your barrel in here and have a nice seamless transition. So this one is actually a 20-inch barrel. So when you have that 16-inch barrel with your flush mount cans and all that stuff, or your QD cans, your suppressor will be right there and have that same platform.
Very cool. Joe, thanks a ton for coming to TFBTV Gunfest 2021. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to be bringing you more content from Gunfest. Hey guys, James with TFBTV. Thanks for tuning in to TFBTV Showtime 2021. God, Showtime's the channel. Hey guys, I gotta stop. Joe, thanks for coming up here to TFBTV, or I guess in your case, coming down here to New Orleans for TFBTV Gunfest 2021. Guys, stay tuned. We're gonna be bringing you more Gunfest. God, Nick, what are you doing? Joe, thanks a ton for coming down to.
Come on, man, get it right. I did a one take. Twice.